much better will the Cowboys be next season without Jason Garrett?
It all depends on who they get. It's not a guarantee, Skip, that they'll be absolutely better. You look, Jason Garrett took a lot of criticism, caught a lot of flack for things that didn't go well in Dallas. But at some point in time, these players are going to have to accept accountability. Now, the new head coach is going to get a year grace period. So no matter how bad of a coach he is, Skip, the players are going to have to bear the blame on this one. Because it's like, okay, we got Jason Garrett out of here, and you guys are still underperforming. At some point in time, no matter who the coach is, and we had Dan Reeves when I first got there and had Wade, players have to be accountable, Skip. Players control the locker room. It's players' job to make sure the other players are ready to play. And I don't think there's enough of the Cowboy players that take that ownership role. You own the team. You own it. It's your team. You own that. Make sure the guys are ready to go practice. Make sure guys are meeting. Make sure we hold guys accountable, Skip. We had a like, you drop a pass in practice, that was fine. You got fined. You jump offside, you got fined. We held guys accountable, and at the end of the year, we had a party with that money. So it didn't matter. In the game, Skip, you drop a pass, that was you had to pay. Jump offside, you had to pay. I don't know how much of this is going on now with the Cowboys, but guys need to be held accountable, Skip. And you said, all these guys that are, 15 Pro Bowlers, but did they play like it? That's what you got to have. You got to have your stars, Skip. They got to be stars more times than not. And we didn't see enough of that from the Cowboys. DeMarcus Lawrence had a half a sack the last 6-7 games of the season.
It's terrible.
Making $20 million, I get $30-40 million up. You got, what, $60 million guaranteed, Skip? Fully guaranteed? No, we can't have that. No, we need more than that. Amari, we need more than that. We need more than 27 catches for 400 yards on the road. We got to give us more than that. So it all depends on who they get to be the head coach, whether or not they're going to be, because, like I said, exponentially better. You talking about better, Skip. You're talking about winning the division and going to the NFC Championship game, getting to the Super Bowl. That's what better means. I mean, you go 10-6 and you lose. That ain't better. Jason Garrett could have got you, because it's an even year. Jason Garrett could have got you the division this year.
You could make the case. Yep. So, to your point, if it's Lincoln Riley or Matt Rule, I'm out. I'm just out.
No, you ain't out. You in.
Anybody else, you're going to be in big trouble. This will be my year and my revenge.
Oh, so you going to gloat.
I love this team going into this year, and I'm going to love it going into next year. Obviously, there are some outstanding issues that need to be solved, starting with the quarterback. He needs a new contract. I would hate to see it degenerate into a franchise tag, into a Kirk Cousins situation.
Yeah.
I would hope, remember, they have the 5th most salary cap dollars of any team in the NFL. So you've got the money to play with. Depends how you're going to dole it out, because you have others, starting with that receiver, who did not show up on the road. In fact, he basically quit and pouted at New England, and then he actually got yanked at Philadelphia for the game-deciding plays and series. Bad signs if you want a big new contract. Do I still believe in him? And he rose and shone in the last game against the Washington Redskins.
Oh, really?
Well, I'm just saying. And Michael Gallup looked like he could turn into a star next year.
Okay.
But you got to figure how to get Amari happier, and you have to light a new fire under him. And whoever that new coach is, that will be his first order of business. And then Byron Jones, I know it was quiet all year, and it was quiet because they didn't throw up Byron Jones a whole lot. He's pretty good. I'm not saying he's a top 5, but I'll give him a top 10 corner. So you have to figure out how to keep him.
Well, you saw what Marcus Peters got. Marcus Peters got, I think, 3 years at $42 million, got 32 guaranteed, 20 in the first year. So that's something you can play with. Peters going to the Pro Bowl on multiple occasions. So is that where we're going? Because I don't think...
I'm afraid it is.
Okay.
Okay? So you have to figure out how to manage all that. And
Right.
I've always told you, what Jerry does best is manage the cap. Find loopholes, jump through loopholes. There's nobody better than Jerry at deal making, wheeling, and dealing with the cap as your ceiling.
Right.
So I trust him there. I don't love the Dak situation, and I still think that he made a mistake not getting that done a long time ago.
Oh, Dak and Jerry. Oh, yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Long time ago.
Yes. Done before the season.
Because it would have taken some of the burden off him. I think he finally, I'm not saying he crumbled psychologically, but I think it wore on him over the year, and he started to press, and he did not make the play to win the game.
But here's the thing, Skip. The mistake that Jerry made is that he let these other quarterbacks kept sitting the market. They put the market out there a little further. Wentz put it out there, and then he went a little farther with Jared Goff. And so Dak is looking at him like, hold on. I got 2 division titles just like Wentz.
Yeah.
I got 2 division titles. Golf. So where do you think I'm going with this?
Okay. So, Robert Quinn's a free agent, and I kind of liked him. I thought he was pretty good.
He had double-digit sacks.
Yeah, he did. I mean, I'll take that back, so they got to get him back in the fold.
Right.
I liked Randall Cobb. I don't think it's make or break to re-sign him, but he's a free agent. And that brings me to Sean Lee and Jason Witten. It's just time to part ways.
With both of them?
With both of them.
Wow.
What?
Yep. Make both of them like position. If Sean Lee wants to coach the linebackers, I'm okay.
That man want to play.
He looks broken down to me. I know he made one big play against the Rams. That was big. But the point is, if you bring in a new coach from the outside with no attachment to any of these players, they'll come in and evaluate it more cold-bloodedly, and they're going to look at this and say, you know what? Blake Jarwin is pretty good.
Yes.
He might even be Shannon Jarwin. Dak Prescott has called him the best athlete on the team.
Skip, he deserves more than 25 plays a game.
Okay, there you go.
He needs to be your starter.
Okay, and I love Jason blocking. I loved him catching 3-yard passes, but it's looks like it's time to go forward with a fresh approach.
You need more explosive plays out of that position.
You need more explosive plays.
Skip, look at the teams that are doing, look at New Orleans and what they get from their tight end. Look at Baltimore, what they get from their tight end. Look at San Francisco.
Tight ends, plural.
Look at what San Francisco get from their tight ends. Look at Kyle Rudolph in Minnesota. Look at the teams that's in the playoffs and look at the production. Other than New England doesn't count, Skip.
That doesn't count.
New England doesn't count.
No.
But I'm saying, you're not getting anything out of that position, Skip.
It won't work.
No.
You can't go forward with it. And I love Jason Witten.
Yes.
I honor Jason Witten. I glorify him to the heights.
He gonna have his name in the ring and all that stuff.
There.
Yes.
But somebody needs to come in other than Jerry Jones and say, you know what? You were great, and we're going to go forward.
Yes.
Because we got a kid who's pretty good.
Yes.
And he might be really good. Remember, he played wide receiver in college at Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
So you got that. Again, I brought it up that they swung and missed on Tristan Hill, so they got to do better in the draft because he would have been a huge, great cog in the middle of that defensive line.
The dude had issues in college.
He did.
So what happened? The dude had issues in college with no money.
And now he's
giving $3-4 million and what you going to have to deal with.
And then he fell asleep in a speech that was given to them by the Hall of Famer Isaiah Thomas, not the current player, but the that Isaiah Thomas, who we both know, I know him very well. He called him out in the speech.
As he should.
That's bad.
Fall asleep.
That's bad.
Right?
That's bad. You know.
And he was late to meetings, missing meetings. It feels wrong to me. And remember what they left on the draft board.
Yeah.
That Juan Thornhill, who, God bless him, he just got hurt for the Chiefs, but he had turned around their secondary, you know, as a safety. They left him on the board. They could have had him in place of Jeff Heath, maybe.
Skip, that's what I don't get how guys are late for meetings, they're late for... That's your job. That's your job. How many times you think you can show up late to work and keep your job? Especially if you're not a top-tier guy.
Okay.
Are you already struggling?
Yep.
The last day, you should be first there in the meetings. You should be asking the coach for cut-ups so you can watch and see how you can get better.
Okay, but we knew that, and they took a shot because he's a really talented kid, and it's not working. So you got to get better. You got to plug that hole. You got to plug a hole at safety. And by the way, Jeff Heath is a free agent. I don't know where you go because I don't know if you have an alternative to Jeff Heath right now. I don't see it yet.
Nope.
And I don't know if you want a rookie starting safety, even though Kansas City got away with it for a while. It's scary.
And you think about what you're talking about, Skip. There are a lot of issues that a coach is not going to be able to resolve unless Jerry turns it over to him. Because there are a lot of guys on this roster that maybe Jason Garrett wanted to get rid of, but Jerry did not.
It's possible.
There's that dynamic as well.
And the final dynamic is a new dynamic because they need a spark. that they need new electricity. They need a fear factor in the locker room. I believe Urban Meyer could provide that. I know Sean Payton could, and I definitely know Bill Belichick could.
Yeah, man. I remember my first. I was on special teams my first 3 years in Denver, and Mike, Dan Reeves would come in special teams meeting. Now we're playing Cleveland, Eric Metcalf returner. We're playing Detroit, Mel Gray, or we're playing the Raiders with Tim Brown. Dan come in there. Stop the meeting. If one of these guys take one of these balls back, somebody's got to get cut. Because I can get anybody off the street to come in and draw a check.
Okay. Got it.
Hey,
Someone was paying attention.
I'm looking at Al Montgomery. I'm looking at the guy. Because it might not even be on my side, but I'm on kick unit. I'm on punt unit. Bro, I'm a gunner. Bro, you're not running one back. Not on my watch.
Okay, so next year, for what it's worth, these are the home games, non-division, that they're going to play. 49ers, Arizona, Steelers, Browns, Falcons. Okay, maybe not. It's like up and down. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, man, I ain't looking good. Oh, Julio. Ooh.
Yeah. They're ending the right way.
They have to go to the Seahawks. Who are not very good at home.
That's an L.
Have to go to the Rams.
That's an L.
Side of their playoff disaster. They have to go to Baltimore.
Oh, that's a gold dog L. That's 4 losses right there, Skip. You're looking good bad right now. 4 losses.
Already enough.
Who you got? Who else?
Bengals on the road. Okay. I'll take a dub.
You get that.
And Vikings, that's an easy.
Oh, no, that's for first.
No.
Skip right now. I got you 5 losses right now.
We're in the playoffs.
Skip right now.
You are.
Skip right now.
Not for long, but you're in.
We are in.
Yeah.
Skip, you got 5 losses right there. That's off the top of my head.
Really? It's easy to say right now until my team just takes off.
Oh, and then walk into him, you got him twice.
We got him twice.
At best case, you can hope for a split because you know you catch the L in Philly.
Yeah, 2 easy wins against the Giants, 2 against the Redskins, and we'll steal the division at 9-7 and be off to the races.
Ron Rivera is there. This is a new. Hey, he keeps talking about he's gonna change the culture.
Yeah.
The culture.
He probably will.
How?
Here's the thing. Couple other teams are still playing right now in the playoff, Skip, so let's talk about them. Will the return of J.J. Watt be enough for the Texans to beat the Bills?